It's good, YouTube. Flan Speaks back. Another video, man. So we had some games last night. WNBA, and then we had some summer league games for NBA summer league. All right, first we start with the Las Vegas Super Aces versus the Atlanta Dream. You know, as I said before, as everybody knows, this is the Aces League. It's theirs to lose. You know, when they come with their A game, they beat anybody, any given night, on any in any arena on any planet. That just is what it is. You got Super Asia Wilson, you know, giving you 33 and 18. I mean, what more can you say? This is the Women's Athlete of the Year. It's much deserved. She's just making it look easy at this point, bro. It's like the numbers and stuff don't even matter. This is all about legacy. You know, how far can I take it? Can I put myself in the conversation with the greatest of all time? And can I actually end up being that? You know, that's where it is for Asia. And how much money can she make and generate? You know, can I open doors for the next? Like, it's there with her. You know, it's no longer about just the simple stuff that other players are worried about, man. You got Jackie the Queen Young, gives you 19. You know, it's another one. And then Kelsey Isaiah Thomas Plum gives us about, like, what she put in, about 15, 7 assists. You know, solid game. When the Aces come out there to whoop your ass will inevitably get whooped, right? It's pretty basic. What else we had going on? Oh yeah, we had a game with the Fever, the Indiana Fever versus the Phoenix Mercury. I saw a part of this game, but it was basically, the tale of the tape was Fever did what they were supposed to do. I mean, the only way they lose this particular game is if they choke. You're talking about a game at home. Half of the damn Phoenix Mercury was hurt. You know, you got Natasha Cloud out with injury. You got Diana Taurasi out with injury. So you're talking about two of their playmakers, you know, and two of their best scorers are out. And then midway through either the first quarter or the second quarter, Brittany Griner goes down. Okay, so you're talking about their rim protection is out, their low post scoring is out. You know, they bring in this Celeste Taylor, who's a rookie, who the Fever let go. They bring her in, and she signs with the team 6 hours before the damn game. And then they put her out there for significant minutes. So the Phoenix Mercury were reeling really bad. And the Fever did what they were supposed to do. Losing a game like this would have been an embarrassment. Because all Mercury had was Kalia Copper. You know, shout out to Cop. She gave the Fever 36 points. She let them know I was here. You know, that last time when I scored 7 was a fluke. You know, she did that thing on a personal level, but overall they were outmatched. Talking about Caitlin Clark, put in a nice first quarter where she was feeding everybody the ball. You know, with this little James Harden style they're playing right now. Had like 7 damn assists. I believe it might have been in the first quarter, you know. So I'm surprised she only ended up with 13 for the game, you know. Leah Boston had a solid game from what I was watching. You know, pretty solid game by those two. Kelsey Mitchell, I think scored in the 20s as well. So, you know, that's a nice little big three that they seem to be forming. Kelsey Mitchell, Caitlin Clark, and Aaliyah Boston. You know, Fever have a nice team, man. You know, that's why I don't understand, you know, any of the bullshit that comes from the fan base that likes to make excuses, you know, for that certain player in order to prop her up. No, the Indiana Fever have a nice team. You know, and all these arguments about when they didn't have a good record last year and all of that stuff is irrelevant. Teams have to build. They have to have a starting point and build. Prior to last season, they were pretty much a Kelsey Mitchell, run and gun type of team. That wasn't winning a lot. But you had one all-star player, Kelsey Mitchell. So then they added Aaliyah Boston. Right? So this was the second piece of what they were building. Last year, when I did my research, though they didn't have a winning record, they were close to getting in the playoffs because most games were very close. They were fighting everybody, down to the wire. It wasn't like they stunk, but they just didn't know how to close those games out and win those games. The idea was, okay, now they add a good piece, they could probably do something, and that's what you're seeing this year. They had Caitlin Clark, the number one overall pick for the year, a playmaker, a guard who can score, and now, there's no excuses. They have it, There's so much to be desired on defense, but they're getting some good defense from this girl Hull. I like her defense. And then there was good effort on defense yesterday. Those hard to gauge because, you're talking about playing against Phoenix, with so many players out, But they looked pretty good yesterday, all things considered. Then you had NBA Summer League. Oh, man. Oh, man. Houston Rockets picked up some players. And so have the Lakers. That first round pick they had that they picked up, I like him. I think he's a player. LeBron James' son, Bronny James. Man, oh man. It's clear, that LeBron James knows damn well he should have let that boy play in college, man, for 3 seasons, at least 3 seasons, if not 4. There was no reason in the world to have him, come to the league right now, except for selfish motives that LeBron has, that he wants to be the first guy to have the father and son play together, and everything is not always a storyline. Everything is not always just some heartwarming story, and I think he miscalculated on this. Unless Bronny really turns it around. But if he continues to play like this, man, and look like this, it's going to look really bad for LeBron. That's the guy that's going to fall on, because people aren't stupid. They're able to see what's happening. Why is this kid, on the team? Why is he in the league right now? Right now, he does not look like an NBA player. It looks like he ducks smoke all the time, looks lost out there, stands in the corner. When he gets the ball wide open, he's missing. Clanging it is he can't make free throws, can't make 3-pointers. I mean, it's really bad. He doesn't have the aggressiveness to get to the lane. He's not using his athleticism, either on offense or defense. And you can't really have that. If you don't have all the physical gifts and talents of LeBron. I mean, he kind of looks like LeBron a little bit, the way he runs. Kind of got that the little duck feet thing going on. You know what I mean? And you can see some athleticism out there. He's one of the better, probably, athletes, just from an athletic standpoint, out there. The fact that he can dunk, at 6'1" or whatever he is impressive. Looks like he can have some speed, but he doesn't have, right now, I don't see the hunger and the drive to reach his potential. Right now my expectations for him are very low. Very low. There was a time I was wondering if he could be Tyrese Maxey-ish. Absolutely not. Then I started to wonder, okay, if he's going to play defense or whatever, could he be like a Avery Bradley, maybe? Or like a, who's another guy? But then I'm like, I don't know if I see that. Now I'm wondering, can he be Patrick Beverly? You know, but to even be Patrick Beverly requires a certain attitude. You know, it requires a certain type of hunger that I don't know that he has, because in the back of his mind, he knows that he's going to inherit $1 billion fortune. You know, like, I don't know. I hope I'm wrong, man. Well, LeBron, boy, this is a bad look. You know, if he doesn't pan out. You know, I get the whole thing of setting your son up, setting your kids up. Sometimes that's good. But if you listen to any rich tycoon, whether it's like a Rockefeller, whether it's a Koch brother, or whether it's like Rothschild or anything like that, like many of those old heads, man, they'll tell you that if you don't make your kids strive and work hard for anything, sometimes they'll just be ungrateful. They'll be brats. They'll be a shell of what they could be. Sometimes they'll take the fortune and mess it up. So oftentimes, like, they'll make their kids at least go to school to learn, money management. Because, like, you could put together this whole fortune, and then your kid, like, drop the ball and mess it all up. I mean, that can happen after you've produced all this generational wealth. So, not saying Bronny will do that, but, clearly doesn't seem to be holding on to the basketball legacy, not at the same level anyway. My expectations are very, very much lower. Now, overall, do I care from the standpoint that it's messing up the integrity of the league? And I want to talk about that for a minute. I get the messing up the integrity of the league stuff, but I guess I'm a cynic, because the integrity of the league been fucked up for a while for me. For a while. The moment the league steps in and decides, okay, we don't want defense, we want offense. The moment they step in and say more scoring is going to equal to better viewership and a better game, all of that messes with the integrity of the game. A sport at its root is competition. That's what it is. And what I like is a league that allows for all different philosophies, all different schools of thought to flourish on the court. This is the reason why I preferred 90s ball and so on. And people can talk about how they favor Michael Jordan and all that type of stuff. I mean, all that's fine, but one thing you can't deny, Michael Jordan was the best motherfucker out there, and he played on offense and defense. Well, like, whether you like him or not, whatever, that just is what it is. I spent damn near all of Jordan's career hating on him, because I'm a Sixers fan. I don't get into the fandom of somebody somewhere else. I hated people saying he was better than Dr. J and Charles Barkley, so I kind of always was a Jordan hater, but he ended up just making me submit. But besides that, what I liked about 90s ball was you could see a team like the New York Knicks, which is a defensive team, which utilizes their center. You can see them on any given night go up against the Phoenix Suns, who were a team, man, that ran up and down the court, or you can see them go up against at that time, the Doug Moe's Denver Nuggets, who played more of a run and gun style. We're all about points and no defense and so on. And you can see the clash of these different styles, go at it. And oftentimes, usually it'd be the defensive team, will win. But what I don't like, and I think that all basketball genius should be able to present their different styles. I don't like when the league steps in and decides, okay, no, I like that style. So what we're going to do is we're going to manipulate the rule book, and take away certain things in order to allow those who play that style to flourish, and to keep away those to de-emphasize defense. Once they started doing that shit, they lost the integrity to me anyway, in my eyes. So stuff like now when LeBron is doing with his son or whatever, I don't see that as it being any more egregious than anything else that tampers with the integrity of the game. but that's just me. So I'm not under no illusion that this is a game or a league that is integrity driven. That isn't it. They're money driven. If we're going to be real, at least that's just the way I see it from my cynical point of view. So I don't care about it from that standpoint. Now, if I was a Lakers fan, I would be pissed. I would be pissed. First of all, if I was a Lakers fan, I would have wanted LeBron James gone a long time ago. The moment he, comes in, and we're going to get rid of Brandon Ingram, we're going to get rid of Lonzo Ball, we're going to get rid of freaking Julius Randle, we're going to get rid of all these players, all these picks and everything, in order to bring in Anthony Davis, who forces his way out of New Orleans, so the league is forced to bend their will to him and make a deal with them. Okay, we give you the number one pick. You got this kid Zion coming out. All the bullshit that went on with that. If I'm a Lakers fan, I would still be pissed about that. I get LeBron James, brought a little bubble title, but to me, it just wouldn't have been worth it. Because you look at what you got right now, you got a team, man, that's behind the eight ball. They're not a top team in the West. They don't have the young talent to compete with the young talent these other teams have. You got Anthony Edwards coming up. You got Shea Gilders coming up. You got Denver, with Jokic and Murray that aren't going anywhere. Houston Rockets might be coming soon. And you still sitting up here fucking around with LeBron James, who's not going to win anything. If I was a Lakers fan, that's how I would be. But since I'm not, and I don't like the Lakers, I love what's going on. I think it's hilarious. So I look forward to pretty much making videos all year, laughing at the Lakers, laughing at LeBron, and that whole situation. Because that's a circus, man. It's a circus. So yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Let me go ahead and walk up in this store. I got some errands and some things to take care of, man. So, till next time. Peace out.